Good morning everyone and welcome to the video. So as you've seen, today we took Rolly, our cat, out to have a tiny little walk, and on the way back we went to the cafe. I did a little bit of cafe sketching, which is one of my favourite things to do. And now I'm back, we've had lunch and, hang on, I've got a cuppa, and what I'm going to do is actually get my iPad and I'm going to thumbnail out some other ideas for children's books that I've had, because you may have seen, if you've seen some of the other videos that I've done previously in the week, that a couple of days ago I got my first submission to a publisher sent, which I was very excited about. I still am very excited about it, but it's got me thinking how much I can do in a short space of time, because I found out about the submission, basically a publisher called Rocketbird Books, and I found out like the day before that they were having, from someone else, that they have yearly open submissions where you can send ideas for books. So the long and the short of it is, I had an idea for a story the day before that I got from working in my big sketchbook, and then basically in that time, in a day, bashed out the story, the thumbnails, and a couple of colour illustrations for this story. Obviously there's like a big editing process with books, so I don't think it's the finished thing, but I got quite a lot done in 24 hours or 36 hours, whatever it was. So I thought I might try and consolidate some of the ideas that I've got. So I have, if you've seen me before, you'll have seen these. I have A4 books like this, sketchbooks, which I use as like project books. So when I get an idea for something that I think, oh, that could be a story, usually anyway, I'll work on it a little bit in an A4 sketchbook. And this is like an A4 messy sketchbook. I'll throw all of my ideas down for it in a big messy sketchbook, and maybe some pages will be thumbnails, some will just be playing with the illustrations. But I thought, I've got one that's got the bones of the story in it, but I need to work out where everything's going to go in terms of thumbnails. And I've got another one. I've got another two actually. This one's got two potentials, where I've got the idea and I'm a little bit not as far down the line in terms of doing thumbnails and stuff. But I thought I might as well get my iPad out and do what I did for the other story and just kind of roughly map out where I think everything's going to go. So that's basically where I'm at today. Some of you were asking as well. Some of you asked in the comments, or you private messaged me on Instagram and stuff, what I needed to do for this open submission and who it was for. So it was for Rocketbird Books, who I've just mentioned before. And every year they do open submissions. So I have signed up to their newsletter so that I get informed next year if I'm not successful in this one. And they apparently let you know a month before before the open submission date. So there should be enough time. It's not like they'll let you know the day before. So yeah, if you're interested in that kind of thing, other publishers might do it as well. But if you know of any other publishers that do open submission dates, if they have any dates where you can just you can approach them without an agent and things. So if there are any open submission dates and you know about them, let us know in the comments and let's share that knowledge and share the wealth. But yeah, some of you asked what was needed in that. So basically, if you were an author, just an author, they asked for the full written manuscript of your story. If you were an author illustrator, which is what I'm going for, they wanted the full written manuscript. It's like a draft text of your writing. So I provided that on a separate sheet. They also wanted 2 colour illustrations, and the rest of the book roughly worked out. So I did that in terms of, I did 2 images. I ended up having to save them as JPEGs because they wanted everything under 10 megabytes. I did 2 colour illustrations, and I think they're just to give them an idea of like the kind of illustrator that you are. It's not like these have got to be these are the final ones that will be in the book. I think in terms of like the collaboration process with a publisher, I think there's a lot of collaboration that goes in. So I don't think they necessarily want the finished picture. You know, it's a sample of your kind of style and your kind of work, how you think this page might look. And then the rest of them, I did a whole page of just tiny little thumbnails. So I divided the book up into its double page spreads and its cover and its end papers and stuff. And all of the story pages I roughed out in rough. And also I tallied that up with my written text. So I don't know if this is how you do it. My first time doing it, but I had 1 paragraph with a line space in between for every page of text. So they'd be able to see the first page had this text, the second page had this text. But yeah, so that's how I did it. I know some of you were asking, and there is the answer. So I'm going to have a cuppa. I've also got a cream egg. I'm going to have that and then slowly just get on with adding some of these in. And then if it comes to the place where I can approach other publishers, I've got everything kind of ready to go. Okay, so I've done a little bit of work, and I thought I'd show you how I'm doing the work on my iPad. So let me turn you around. Okay, so first I've just blurred out my images just so that my ideas are protected. But first I've, hang on, I'll show you like that. Made these little boxes. So these represent the double page spreads. And I've just roughly put like 6 of them on an A4 sheet, or roughed out A4 sheet. And then when I've finished all of the images, when they're all done, I will import them into another file bit by bit, page by page. So I'll select around the thumbnail, copy and paste it, and then move that thumbnail into this document. Let me show you that one. And that document looks like this. So this is just a thumbnail document of a book, and this is what I would use to plan out the pages. So this is the cover, these are the end papers. These will probably be used for like title page and copyright page, but at a push you could use this double page spread as a first double page spread of your book. But usually the book will start here or here, and then you've got all of these double page spreads to tell your story. And then either use this back page here as the last page, or you could also use that as the copyright page. These are the end papers, and this is the back cover. So that's the front cover, that's the back cover, and the rest of them are internal covers. So that's how I organise my ideas. And that's the same way that I organised my thumbnails when I sent them off to the open submission the other day. I've had a few people asking me if I've heard anything back from the open submissions, because they're meant to let us know if they've received our email. They said that they'd send us a confirmation that they'd received the email. No, I haven't as of yet, and it's Monday evening now. But if you entered and you haven't heard anything, I probably wouldn't worry, because on social media they said that they were expecting to receive about 700 applications. And I'm assuming they don't work at the weekend. And as today's Monday, if they're a small team, they're probably not going to work through 700 applications in a day. So I'll probably, if I don't hear anything by tomorrow evening or Wednesday morning, so Tuesday evening or Wednesday morning, I'll probably just fire off an email to them, not demanding, but just asking for confirmation that they actually received the email, because it is quite a good opportunity. But obviously give people time, especially if they're a small team, to actually work through the submissions, because you know, stuff like that does take a fair bit of time. So yeah. And this is where I'm going to leave this video today, because we've got to go and have dinner soon. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and until the next one, bye.